Greenwich Village, a play about Che Guevara, the dead Cuban guerrilla leader, was one of the first to take advantage of the new moral and sexual climate. Do you see yourself as offering some revolutionary message in the theatre?
Bang, bang. Definitely. I feel we're pioneers in American theater.
What is it you're pioneering? What are you wanting to say?
The sexual revolution. I feel we're going into the, beginning of an emotional revolution, because our play is not just a nude play or a sexual play, or it's we don't just take our clothes off and say, "Look, I am nude." You know, it's all very natural.
What is your? Do you find it difficult or embarrassing in any way, performing sexually or making love on stage?
No, I don't. I think it's a very natural act. And first of all, I do think that the stage is sacred. Anything that can happen on the stage, because where else could things happen? So in the pure form. And we also have a chance to express our moments, private moments in public, because we're opening up other people's lives. We're giving them a sense of reality that they can't achieve in their own life sometimes. They're watching themselves when they watch us.
You were saying, my dear!
In one episode in Che, the son of King Kong, the gorilla, appears briefly. He represents the animal in man. The point of this passage, I take it, is that only after having been liberated by the revolutionary Che Guevara are the characters able to enjoy the animal in humanity, and no doubt vice versa.
Nobody sleeps with an 8 for kicks.
There is little legal reason why this play should not be presented in London. Within New York, this play and others have aroused powerful opposition from the League of Decency and the churches.
I think it's disgusting. It's nauseating. It's the most distasteful thing that I have ever dreamed of in all the years that I am alive in America, and I am an American-born to American-born parents. I would never think that we would lower ourselves to such a low degree to sort of bring this filthiness out into the open. And I think that it certainly isn't art, it isn't drama, it's just plain licentiousness, just plain a bunch of filth. And it shouldn't be there in the first place. Why do I think it's happening? Well, because I'm afraid that our society became very permissive. They are permissive in every sense of the word. We sort of became scared of what's coming around, and everything we give in. And I find that this permissiveness starts today in the kindergarten. When a kid is 3 years old, if the little kid just stamps his foot, his mother will immediately succumb to his demands. And he's going to get what he wants and get it for sure. And they continue to grow this way. And this is the educational system right through the colleges. Everything was based on permissiveness. Giving in, giving in, giving in. You don't discipline the individual, he runs rampant like a wild animal. You have to tame him, you have to train him, you have to bring him up, and you have to teach him right from wrong, and he has to know what it means to say no, and to hear the no. And there are certain things that are permissible, and certain things that are not.
Norman Mailer, with his novels The Naked and the Dead, Deer Park, American Dream, was one of the main battlers for total freedom in literature. I asked him how he explained New York's sexual obsessions.
Well, because we're the first city of technology. We're the first victim of technology. We're the first victim of the technological revolution. And as a result, we suffer all the diseases of technology. And the first disease we suffer is the fact that nobody in New York has any real power. Because what technology means is that men don't have individual power. They don't have the ability to work with their hands anymore. They don't have the ability to solve small problems and work them out in their own community. Everything is settled by larger processes. So as a result, people get wilder and wilder. And one of the ways in which people can express themselves is sexual. In sex, they can express themselves. That's why the sex gets wilder and wilder, because that's the only frontier left. Once people are alienated from nature, the only way they can get back to nature is through sex and sexuality. That's why there's such a great emphasis on it, I believe.
Are you personally concerned, having children yourself, on the impact this will have on the children in society?
Well, naturally, I have 6 children, so I have to think about it a dozen different ways.
Does it worry you? Is it something that worries liberal parents?
Everything worries me these days. I have the feeling we're on the edge of all blowing up, So, I mean, I think the society is on the edge of absolutely exploding its own bounds.